Artificial intelligence is still in its relative infancy, but can already control our day-to-day decisions with or without us knowing it. How do they do it, and what roles can AI play? Let's take a look into the exciting field of artificial intelligence on InFacts. First, what is artificial intelligence and what does AI excel at? AI is a wide-ranging branch of smart machines that are capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. AIs have extremely efficient and cost-effective benefits, like being able to crunch large volumes of data, perform multiple tasks simultaneously, and improve its own functionality over time. Machines don't need to sleep or eat, and can work for almost free 24/7. So it's no surprise that we're seeing a tremendous increase in the advent and implementation of AI. AI can influence our decision-making by exploiting the vulnerabilities in an individual's habits and patterns. A research team from the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization's Data 61 section asked participants to play an investing game against an AI. The participants earned currency by completing some particular task, and then were given options on how they wanted to invest their money. Participants played the role of the investor, while the AI played the role of the trustee. After only 3 rounds, though, the AI learned to exploit the decision-making patterns of the participants, and implicitly guided them towards giving the AI trustee more money. The research highlights the potential of AI. Head researcher Amir Desfoli commented that, although the research was theoretical, it advances our understanding of how people make choices. This knowledge is valuable because it allows us to mitigate our vulnerabilities so we can better detect and avoid flawed choices as a result of potential misuse of AI. Ensuring AI and machine learning are used as a force for good to improve outcomes of society will ultimately come down to how responsibly we set them up in the first place. Whether AI helps or hurts us depends on the diligence of their construction and the intent of the creator. So Dr. Desfoli brings up an interesting point. In modern society, how is AI being used? Is it really a force for good? And is it really improving society overall? Let's take a look at 2 examples of how AI is being used today, and you can decide for yourself. In 2009, Ira Sages from Businessweek magazine challenged the director of Quid AI, Bob Goodson, to create an AI that could predict 50 unknown companies that would become incredibly successful startups. After 8 years, a review of the list showed just how successful that AI was. Its list included companies like Evernote, Spotify, Etsy, Zynga, Palantir, Cloudera, and many others. Today, 20% of the chosen companies are now valued at over $1 billion. Apply this idea to the stock market, and one can begin to imagine the impact that AI could have. Now, there's a lot of investing apps on the App Store that claim to use AI to help the small investor grow their market shares. Acorns, for example, promotes a robo-investor as their primary selling point, and has become increasingly popular as a result. But despite multiple stories of hundreds of % gains or more, the real power of AI isn't even fully demonstrated in these apps. Acorns, for example, takes a passive approach to investing by distributing an investor's money into external trade funds that track the top companies by value in a variety of categories. These categories are large, medium, and small companies, international companies, and government bonds. Algorithms, however, are certainly capable of actively engaging in trading by searching, consuming, and analyzing vast quantities of data about a large collection of companies. The technology is capable of scouring media for keywords or indicators that point out whether a stock will rise or fall. AI is also capable of continuous improvement via machine learning, so given a period of time to learn, an algorithm will inevitably become incredibly efficient at finding and scanning all the latest news and information on a given company, then deduce whether the stock will do well or not. This idea is well explained by the Tedx talk given by Tobias Preis, professor of behavioral science and finance at Warwick Business School. I'll link the video below if you'd like to take a closer look. Though AIs incredibly well trained in the stock market aren't typically available to the normal consumer, they can generate tremendous profits through active trading and predictive analysis. I dare say that the power of AI in the stock market can make turning profits a bit too easy. Ever thought that a machine would be ordering humans around? Maybe in the far future, but many of us never dreamed that it would already be starting to happen today. Currently, management software is helping to alleviate the pressure placed on middle administrative positions by shouldering some of their tricky and more repetitive tasks. Soon, however, we may see artificial intelligence completely taking over middle management positions. Middle management refers to the administrative positions that are at the center of a hierarchical organization, subordinate to the senior management, but above the lowest levels of the operational staff. Their primary role is to take initiatives from senior management and figure out how to complete them with the people they have at their disposal. They are in charge of dividing responsibilities and running their crews. These responsibilities may be taken over by machines, however, who are able to complete them more efficiently than their human counterparts. For example, software marketed by a company in San Francisco is meant to completely eliminate middle management positions. When assigned a job, the software determines which processes can be automated and which jobs actually require human intervention. It then goes out and hires a group of freelancers and distributes tasks based on individuals' portfolios. It quality controls the work and tracks individual performance until the project is completed. Furthermore, as the freelancers complete their tasks, learning algorithms watch them and gather data about how the freelancers' tasks are completed. They learn to break complicated tasks into simpler components and may learn to replicate that work in the future. This example of machine learning demonstrates the capability of AI to replace human workers in the near future. AI controls the distribution of workflow, then copies and analyzes the work of the humans it hires. Essentially, the freelancers are hired by machines to teach the machines how to do their job so they can be replaced in the future. The efficiency and low cost of AI drives its large-scale use, but its ability to analyze, learn, and self-improve may be one of its scariest features yet. If put into a position of power, it may be entirely possible that a machine will be able to competently control our workforce. AI's influence creeps further into our lives every day, from the ad you just saw, to the video you're watching, to even controlling what you buy or which decisions you choose. However, I, for one, welcome our new machine overlords. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more content. Feel free to check out my video on why US healthcare eats up your money, or the new ways medicine has come up with to make you live longer. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on InFacts.